Hey guys, this video is about the life cycle of a rabbit. 1. Being born. Rabbits have to be born somewhere. This can vary, but generally speaking, the places they could be born are a breeder's home, a pet owner's home, an animal shelter or rescue, a rabbit breeding facility, and foster homes. Whether or not a rabbit is planned will play a factor in where they ended up being born. For instance, if a female rabbit already got pregnant at someone's house, planned or potentially unplanned, that could be a circumstance where they either end up living with their mother or get given up for adoption to another owner. Or they could end up being born by a breeder at a program where they are trying to look for and create rabbits that are certain sizes and types. They could be bred for a show and competition, or for meat. However, in the context of domesticated rabbits, they are usually born either in a pet owner's home, unplanned, or from a breeder that was planning to put them up for adoption to begin with. Once they are put up for adoption, they can end up in many different homes. For example, we had our previous rabbit Sandy for 3 years, and she was already about 3 years old when we first got her, but she had been in 2 or 3 different houses before that, and our house was her final destination. Preferably, rabbits shouldn't have to move too many times. We would all like them to go to their right home the first time, but life doesn't always work that way. 2. Baby bunnies, the first few weeks. For the first few weeks, baby rabbits rely just solely on their mother's milk countless times a day to ensure that they get a sufficient amount of nutrition for that day. Baby bunnies are called kits and mother rabbits are called does. The does make their kits feel safe with their fur and securing a nest to establish their living environment. During this time, kits grow significantly and quickly. Usually by 10 days, their eyes start to open, and by day 20, you'll start to notice that they grow their first patch of fur, which can be a lot later on. Fast forward to week 3, the kits, let's just call them baby bunnies again. The baby bunnies become noticeably more independent as they start to gain the ability to walk around, and at this stage, they typically explore their surroundings. Fast forward to week 4, they begin a process called weaning. This is where their diet changes from drinking their mother's milk to more solid foods. This is the same process that infant babies go through. Social interaction with their siblings and especially their mother during this time is very important, because if this is not done, it can jeopardize their future opportunities in life. This is because a rabbit needs at least 7 weeks with their mother. Surprisingly, many rabbits under 7 weeks of age have gone out for adoption. Without those 7 weeks with their mother, a rabbit is more likely to have a weaker immune system, as well as being more likely to get infections. The mother rabbit tends not to visit the nest too often. Infrequently, some would say, not frequently enough. This way, the mother can prevent predators from being lured in, as they may spot the nest if the mother goes in and out too much. So essentially, the mother either stays there most of the time or only stays there for a limited time, maybe a few minutes, at a time once a day. By the end of these 4 weeks, the baby bunny's sense of smell, touch, and hearing starts to get established, which helps them get established in their environment and life in general. 3. Growing up from kit to adolescent. As rabbits grow from kits to young adults, they go through several important milestones with their development regarding their behavior, diet, and the way they look. Initially, kits rely on their mother for milk and compassion. Once they reach 3 to 4 weeks old, they begin to try out solid foods and show energy and curiosity just all together in one. By 6 to 8 weeks, rabbits are then forced to be more independent as opposed to dependent. Their diet changes from just milk to then a variety of foods like hay, fresh vegetables, and pellets. During this time, they face significantly noticeable growth at a fast rate, and their fur becomes more established and dense, and their features begin to be established as well. They then start to have very social behaviors like playing, thumping, and running around, so binkies. And this could also be around the same time that they establish their dominance in the social circle, especially if they are with other rabbits or people around. For their long-term future and social life, this time seems to be pretty up there in terms of importance. 4. Teenage rabbit years. When rabbits become teenagers at around 4 to 6 months old, they go through changes that can bring its own set of unique challenges to the table, whilst also being a somewhat rewarding process for the owners. During this phase of adolescence, it's the same time that they typically go through their hormonal phase that can cause noticeable changes in behavior. During this time, they might become more territorial, aggressive, and assertive, and feel a super strong urge to mark their territory by chinning and leaving droppings and urine in extreme cases. In regards to their social circle and just in general, socially, rabbits might try to push it a bit with the boundaries, both with humans and other rabbits. They may try to be more dominant and be the boss, so to speak, top dog. They may try to chase people and rabbits around and show mating behaviors like mounting. This is a time when your rabbit's personality really starts to shine and be out there, but also comes with challenges, so it's good to have some level of patience as your rabbit starts to navigate and go through their own changes. Typically, if there was any point that they would get spayed or neutered, this would be the practical stage and time to do so. This action can help reduce or just stop altogether most if not all the hormonal changes they go through during adolescence, such as aggression and marking their territory excessively. These actions can also have health benefits, like a reduced risk of reproductive cancer, and help them develop and establish a good tolerance level for them. By having good patience and care and taking the right initiatives, you can help them get through their teen years with a smooth transition to their adult years. 5. Adult rabbit health and behavior. As rabbits transition into adulthood, typically 1 to 5 years old, their routine, behavior, and general sense of self starts to be established. Adult rabbits may have their hormonal traits calm down as they age to this stage, but it can still be somewhat present if they aren't neutered or spayed by this point yet. But they'll probably be more laid back and relaxed in comparison to their teenage years. Their routine at this point, as mentioned earlier, is established. They may have a routine established and show preferences for doing certain things at certain times, like feeding, grooming, and playtime. Despite them probably having a calmer attitude, it's still vital to avoid them from being bored. They can play with other rabbits when they can't play with any people. They need toys, interactions, and exercise for them to have a good well-being and prevent being too bored. During this stage, health maintenance and regular trips to the vet are very important to make sure everything is in check and that they are okay, and so that they can monitor for problems like obesity, dental, or digestive problems, and even signs of aging. During this stage, it is important to provide a balanced diet with tons of hay, fresh vegetables, and pellets in moderation, so limited, so that way you can be sure that they receive the necessary and right nutrients while simultaneously remaining a good weight. If your rabbit has long hair, regular grooming is important so that they don't have problems with hairballs. As adult rabbits mature, they start to become territorial and established in their own unique ways, which can translate to their behavior socially, and they may want their life to be established the way that it is, so you may face difficulty and annoyance in their response when changing their environment, or suddenly pairing them with another rabbit if they didn't have a rabbit partner to begin with. However, they tend to also develop bonds with their owners during this time, and they can show affection in various ways, such as through nudging, grooming, or just simply sitting next to or around you. In summary, providing proper care for an adult rabbit involves a combination of routine, mental, and physical stimulation, regular health checkups, and a stable environment. By understanding and catering to their needs during this stage of their life, you can ensure your rabbit remains healthy, happy, and well adjusted. 6. Senior rabbits, aging gracefully. As rabbits enter their senior stage around 5 to 7 years old, but that can depend on the breed, their needs and behaviors begin to shift, and they require significantly more care and attention. One of the most important aspects of caring for older rabbits is adjusting their diet. Senior rabbits may require softer foods or specific types of hay that are easier to chew, and their pellet consumption might need to be adjusted to account and be practical for their level of slower metabolism. Regular vet checkups become even more important and critical at this point to monitor for common age-related health issues such as arthritis, dental problems, and decreased freedom of movement. It's important to be aware of signs of discomfort or illness, as older rabbits may not show symptoms as clearly as younger ones. 7. From kit to companion, the bond with humans. As time goes on and rabbits grow and get more established in their environment and with their owners, so the people around them who take care of them, or are even just around while someone else does most of the work, such as in the case of a multi-person household, the bond between them and their owners starts to become even more established and arguably deep, and this is the evolution of rabbits bonding with their owners. This bond begins with early interactions, where trust is built through gentle handling, consistent care, and spending time together. As the rabbit matures, this trust goes into a strong companionship, with the rabbit recognizing and responding to their owner's voice, touch, and presence. By adulthood, the bond often becomes a deep connection, with the rabbit showing affection in various ways, such as nuzzling, grooming, or simply enjoying being close to their owner. This companionship can bring immense joy to both the rabbit and their owner, creating a lasting and meaningful friendship that enriches the lives of both. 8. Rabbit milestones and key moments. In the journey of a rabbit's life, there are several important milestones that mark their development and growth. These moments are often valued by their owners as they showcase, like a collection of sorts, the rabbit's progression from a young kit to a fully mature adult. One of the earliest milestones is the first time a rabbit hops, a sign of their growing strength and coordination. As they continue to grow, exploring their environment becomes another notable moment, where they begin to show curiosity and confidence in their surroundings. Interaction with other pets, whether it's another rabbit, people, or even a different species, if done right, is another significant milestone. These interactions help improve and shape their social behavior and contribute to their overall development and personality. Each of these milestones represents a step forward in a rabbit's journey, and being present for these moments allows owners to witness and celebrate the growth of their pet they like so much and overall cherish. 9. The life cycle of wild versus domestic rabbits. When comparing the life cycles of wild rabbits to those of domestic rabbits, several key differences become noticeable and true. Wild rabbits typically have shorter lifespans, often only living 1 to 2 years due to predators, harsh environmental conditions, and limited access to consistent food sources. In comparison, domestic rabbits protected from these dangers and provided with proper care can live anywhere from 8 to 12 years or even longer. Behaviorally, wild rabbits are more skittish and alert, constantly on the lookout for threats, while domestic rabbits, though still possessing natural instincts, tend to be more relaxed and social, especially when they feel safe in their environment. The health issues faced by each other also differ. Wild rabbits are prone to diseases, parasites, and injuries, while domestic rabbits, although less exposed to such risks, may suffer from health problems related to diet, lack of exercise, or genetic issues. Understanding these differences highlights the unique challenges each type of rabbit faces and underscores the importance of tailored care for domestic rabbits to ensure they live long, healthy lives. 10. To visually represent the different stages of a rabbit's life, consider creating an interactive timeline or infographic that highlights each key phase, from birth to old age. This timeline would include engaging visuals, such as photos or footage of your rabbit at each stage, along with brief descriptions of what happens during those times. Starting from the newborn kit stage, you could show their growth into a playful adolescent, transitioning into a more mature adult, and finally, their senior years. Each section of the timeline can include milestones like the first hop, early social interactions, and changes in behavior as they age. The visual representation not only makes the information more engaging for viewers, but also helps them better understand and appreciate the life cycle of a rabbit. 11. Common health issues at each life stage. Rabbits, like any other animals, face different health challenges throughout their lives, and understanding these issues is vital for providing the best care. During the early stages of life, young kits are particularly vulnerable to digestive problems and may require special attention to ensure that they are growing properly. As they transition into adolescence, issues related to hormonal changes, such as aggression or territorial behavior, may become more frequent. For adult rabbits, dental problems, obesity, and digestive issues like GI stasis become more common concerns, requiring regular vet checkups and a well-balanced diet to prevent these conditions. Finally, as rabbits enter their senior years, they may face age-related health issues, such as arthritis, decreased mobility, and dental wear. making the necessary adjustments in their care routine to keep them comfortable. By addressing these common health issues at each life stage, you can help ensure your rabbit remains healthy and happy throughout their life, and that you are taking the right path as a rabbit owner, which is something to be proud of. 12. Rabbit life cycle myths and facts. Throughout a rabbit's life, several myths and misconceptions often become more noticeable than they may have done previously, leading to confusion about how to properly care for them at each stage in their life. One common myth is that rabbits only need to be fed carrots, when in reality, a balanced diet primarily consisting of hay with fresh vegetables and limited pellets is realistic and vital for their health at every stage. Another misconception is that rabbits are low-maintenance pets. In truth, they require a lot of attention, social interaction, and care, especially as they age. Some people may also believe that spaying or neutering is unnecessary if the rabbit is not around others, but this procedure is essential for preventing health issues like reproductive cancers and can also help manage behavioral problems. Additionally, it's often thought that once rabbits reach adulthood, their personalities are set in stone, but rabbits continue to grow and change throughout their lives, especially as they bond more deeply with their owners. By proving these myths wrong, you can provide a clearer understanding of what it takes to ensure a rabbit's well-being throughout its life stages. 13. Rabbit aging. What to expect and how to prepare. As rabbits enter their senior years, usually around the age of 5 to 7 years depending on their breed, their needs and behaviors start to change, requiring adjustments in their care routine. During this stage, it's important to anticipate the physical and behavioral changes that come with aging, such as their ability to move as quickly decreasing, slower metabolism, and potential health issues like arthritis or dental problems. To prepare for these changes, ensure your rabbit has a comfortable living space with easy access to food, water, and litter areas, minimizing the need for excessive movement. Changes or modifications within their diet may also become necessary. With softer foods and specialized hay that are easier on their teeth and digestion, regular vet checkups become even more critical to catch and manage age-related health concerns early on. Additionally, you may notice changes in their behavior, such as being less active or more sensitive to their environment, and it's important to provide them with a calm and supportive atmosphere. By understanding and preparing for these aspects of aging, you can help your rabbit enjoy their senior years comfortably and happily, ensuring they continue to live a fulfilling life even as they grow older. It's also worth noting, however, that my rabbit Timmy is 10 years old and is very active and engaged in what is going on for his age, and still binkies and moves around somewhat quickly, so it could depend on the rabbit as well. Thank you for watching this video, and bye!